Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button to see more videos about bullet journaling. I post at least once a month, although I do want to try to post more, so if there's any videos you want to see, definitely leave a comment below and I will try to get to them. In this video, I'm setting up my bullet journal for the month of June. This month I decided to go with a blue and purple theme. I made this quote on a picture I found online and printed it out on photo paper. Then I made my sticker sheets for this month with just a simple title and a calendar for the title page. If you have any questions about how I make my stickers, definitely check out my May setup because I take you through the whole process in that video. I really prefer making these stickers digitally and then setting up my bullet journal. Lately, I've been using the same setup so it's easy for me to edit stickers that I've already made and redesign them. I like doing it this way because I get to pick the exact colors I want and everything matches better. It also allows me to set up everything in my journal much more quickly. Here, I'm setting up my monthly calendar. I really don't have a busy life, so I don't like using such a big calendar space for events, but I really do like the visual of a calendar, so I use this setup to write down one positive thing that happened that day, or one positive memory, or something that made me feel good, or a loving moment between me and my partner. I've been doing this for a while now, and I think it really helps my mental health, and it's also really nice to look back and reread the good moments of the day. I have a quote that I made at the bottom here that says, "Enjoy the little things in life because one day you might look back and realize they were the big things," which I feel like really goes with this spread. And then I'm writing down the numbers for my monthly events or important dates down the side, and I'm just adding in some color and writing in the numbers of the month. Let me know what kind of style you guys prefer for my voiceovers. I know some people talk about art and what they're doing, but as you can see, my bullet journal spreads are not super artistic. I'm definitely more of a functional bullet journaler. Do you guys prefer that I talk about what each spread is for and how I use it? Because I feel like that can be repetitive every month. Or should I talk about my experiences with journaling over the past month and what's worked for me and what hasn't? I do like talking about the changes I've made in my setup and why. For example, my goals page. This month, I wanted to change this one up. I know last month I said it was really working for me, and I was surprised that my old setup was still working. This month, I tried to change it up by having my focus, intentions, a smaller to-do list, a space for goals, a to-not-do list, and my to-buy list, and then I put my habit tracker on the other page. I'm setting it up differently this month. It's going to look like the mini habit tracker I had in May, but I left it blank for now because I'm still figuring it out. Then I have my affirmations and my gratitude page. I love these spreads. These two spreads make me want to use my bullet journal every day, and I just feel happy when I fill these out. I used to make these a part of my dailies, but since I only use my dailies during the week, I wanted to have a separate space so that I can also have more room for them. I haven't done affirmations and gratitude in this way before, but since I started it in May, I've really enjoyed it. There's more space for me to write, and I can backlog if I need to. Then I have my health tracker where I track how I'm feeling spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm usually pretty consistent with this spread, but last month I didn't use it as much. I wondered about keeping it in my setup this month, but I know when I do use it, it really helps me, so I decided to keep it, and I'm going to try to use it more. Last month I tried to fill it out before bed, and this month I'm going to fill it out in the morning, and I think that'll help me a lot because I use my journal every morning, but not every single night before bed, just sometimes. And then I have my daily self-care where I ask myself how I can take care of myself that day. I have a journal in my shop that explains this journal exercise better. If you're interested, I'll leave that in the description box below. Then I have my intention and reflection spread where I ask myself how I want to feel that day in the morning and then reflect on it at night. I love 2-page spreads. I definitely use them more than my dailies. I know some people like to have everything they journal about in a day in their daily, and I used to do that too, but I've started to make everything its own spread, and I actually like having to fill out a couple of pages. Like the act of turning the page and just writing a few words on each page makes me feel more productive and organized. But if you feel more productive and organized doing it the other way, then definitely do what works for you. I just know the more spreads I have, the more space I have in my dailies, which I'm still figuring out how to optimize. I feel like my spreads don't change much, but my dailies and my weeklies do. Here, I'm setting up my highlights and guidance spread. For my highlights, I ask myself how I can make myself proud that day. And for my guidance, I ask myself one way the universe can help me out that day. I have journals in my shop for these exercises as well, which I'll link in the description box below. I'm adding a new spread this month, and that is my hopes and dreams spread. So I write down something I hope will happen, and then I write down something I dream about happening. I'm not sure how to explain the difference in the two, except that my dreams are more long-term goals, and my hopes are like up to fate, I guess. My hopes are like things I want to happen, but I actually have no control over. And my dreams are things that I want to happen that could happen, but like in 5 or 10 years. And they are things that I'm actively working on, so they require work for me to get to. My dreams are also like little daydreams that I have during the day. And then I have a special guest. This is my 5-month-old kitten who loves to meow and demand my attention while I'm trying to film. Leave a comment below if your pets like to be around you while you journal. And finally, I'm just setting up my brain dump page and covering the page with stickers to make it not feel so empty. I didn't include my weekly spread in this setup because I'm still figuring out how I want to set it up, but it will be different than last month's spread, and I'll be doing a June flip through before I set up my July spread, so make sure that you hit the subscribe button to be notified of when my July journaling video is up. Also, I would love suggestions or guesses for my colors and theme for July, so leave a comment below what you think it should be. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.